Do you like scary movies? What about true crime? Are you into anything spooky? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Creep It 100.
Well, I guess that's better than being easy. Anyway, hi guys.
Deep cut.
I'm Mark.
I'm Kinson.
I'm Aaron.
And we watched the Goosebumps TV show. And today, we are going to be doing a Goosebumps TV show retrospective. And there's no other way to open this with, there's no other way to open this. We got to open with a theme song.
Okay.
Run it. Wow. Jack Lanz went nuts.
Jack Lance put his jacuzzi
into that theme song. I was wondering. I was like, why the fuck are you talking like that? I forgot. That's how R.L. Stine talked at the beginning of all the intros. I was like, why are you pausing so much, bro? I was like, we're gonna have to redo that.
That song did go hard though.
The theme song?
Way too hard.
Yeah.
For a kid's show in the 90s.
Was there two of them? Two different ones, or was it the same one always?
No, there was a Goosebumps, and there was Goosebumps Ultimate.
Which one was the dog one?
Both. Both makes an appearance in both. In
My
fact,
Hairiest Adventure or whatever.
yeah.
And the Michael Jackson on the billboard, the girl that looks like Michael Jackson. Turns into Michael Jackson.
Let's do a little bit of backstory on Mr. Robert Lawrence Stein.
So that's his middle name. That's his actual name. For all these years, I didn't even know.
Yeah, so Robert Lawrence, aka Bob.
I was about to say, is that why that book called
Oh,
him
no,
Bob?
I do remember. Yeah.
It said Bob lives in New York with his wife Tammy or something.
Yep.
And his teenage son Matt.
Yep. Actually, a really, really crazy story of how the Haunted Mask came to be, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Cool. Let's hear about him.
R.L. Stein, the late and great. I'm just kidding. He is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. He is still alive. He's not dying before I meet him.
Yeah. So to say.
We'll see when this episode comes out. Knock on wood.
You shot calling over there?
R.L. Stein was born in Columbus, Ohio, boys.
OH.
I.O.
That's why somebody in their car screams.
Hey, fucking wreck. He grew up in Bexley. So we are very, very familiar with the area that R.L. Stein grew up in. Mm-hmm. He went to college at the Ohio State University, where he met longtime friend Fritz the Night Owl, and where he discovered his love for writing. Originally, R.L. Stein wanted to be a comedy writer.
Well, based on the TV show, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Actually, he was very, very successful.
In comedy writing?
In comedy writing. In fact, the reason he picked up Fear Street and Goosebumps is because he had already lived out his dream as a comedy writer.
He was just looking for new shit?
He was just looking for new shit to do. He had a humor magazine called Bananas.
Okay.
And it popped off.
Do you remember Rotten School?
Rotten School, yes.
That was so good.
Rotten School.
That was actually a funny book. That was pretty good.
R.L. Stein's actually hilarious.
I could see him like killing it, and like I thought you meant like a comedy writer for like adult comedy and things like that.
Yeah, some of it was. Some of it
Really?
was for kids, yeah.
Because I could see him killing it in the kid comedy game. Because I mean, like all this shit would land if I was a kid when I watched this for the first time.
Your mother asked the clerk.
No, he kind of toasted some of those like jokes
roasts?
we'll get into later.
Yeah.
Bro,
Probably
yeah, we'll get to that. In fact, when he went to dinner with a dear friend in New York, because that's where he eventually relocated when he was writing Bananas, and his friend was like, hey, listen, I need someone to write a horror series for me for teens. And he was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll try it.
All right.
And Fear Street came to be, and Fear Street took off.
Right.
So, after a few, bangers of the Fear Street series, he was ordered to write a horror, book series for 7-year-olds. And that is how Goosebumps came to be.
I don't think I could have read at 7 years old if I'm being honest with you. Just outing myself.
Was there only the 3 Fear Streets? They got the adaptations to movies.
Those
or
aren't
whatever?
even based on anything.
No.
No.
I thought. Oh.
No.
It just has the title.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in 1992, he wrote the first Goosebumps book, Welcome to Dead House.
Okay.
And it's for months. It sat on shelves. Nobody bought it. And then randomly, one day, just randomly,
Do we have it over there?
4 million copies a month.
The fuck?
Yep.
What?
Goosebumps took off.
Who told their friends?
R.L. Stein's money laundering.
That's what it is.
The
Kids would read it, and kids.
Which one is it?
I think it's up there. It's one of the house with the stairs.
Yeah, it's the house with the stairs.
Maybe-
I'll be able to point it out actually if I see it right.
I don't know
away.
if I'll.
Here. Yep,
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, that's Welcome to
yeah.
Dead House. That I think that fucking tin thing, it has the best books. It's got Night of the Living Dummy, Horrorland, Haunted Mask, and Welcome to Dead House.
Yeah,
And those
it's
are
that one.
all bangers. So there are 62, I believe 62 Goosebumps
Yeah.
books in the original series,
62 or 64. One of those numbers. I don't know.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
And they did so well that Fox Kids ordered a TV show.
He wrote all these at once, or he wrote that first one.
Bro, he
it
was
banged.
churning them out.
They were coming out.
I wasn't
Oh,
at
okay.
once, but it was fast. He wrote fast.
Okay.
And they're all relatively smaller books, at least. Enough for kids to read.
guess, but,
100
like,
something
still-
pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's kind of crazy.
The words are
Pump out
this big,
100
though.
pages.
Chapter 5. It's huge.
Dude, I read all 60, 62 or 64. I read all of them, and not in any order, because you don't have to read them in any order. But
Yeah.
Just the sequel books,
Yeah.
the ones that
so
actually
good.
matter.
So good.
You don't have to read Night of the Living Dummy 1, to be frank. If you're a big fan of Slappy, skip that one. He's in it, but what? At the very fucking end.
Yeah. Do you know how many episodes there were?
There were 4 seasons
That is. It feels like a lot less than I remember.
because
They're all pretty short episodes too.
Yeah, they're
We'll
all
get into this. Actually, we'll get into it now. I guess this is a part of the backstory of Goosebumps. Me and Aaron, you probably weren't into it. You probably had no idea what Goosebumps was.
I knew the books.
You knew the books.
I didn't.
By the time
No,
the
there was a
craze was dying, was when me and Aaron got into it. And a lot of local libraries banned the books over a satanic panic thing. And the show got canceled because book sales dropped tremendously. And then one day in 2008, R.L. Stine comes back with Revenge of the Living Dummy, his first book in the Goosebumps Horrorland series. And it just takes off again. Cartoon Network buys the rights, starts airing the old episodes. Sony acquires the rights to make a movie,
Good move.
and it just pops off. It pops off.
I'm wondering why. I mean, obviously, it had a big demographic of kids our age growing up and watching it, but I
Why
don't know.
what?
It just doesn't make sense. Like it
Why it
had
fell
a
off?
second coming. No, well, yeah. Why it fell off to begin with? Because it's
That is, I mean, that a lot of stuff fell off. They even did that with Dungeons and Dragons. Remember that was
Yeah.
a huge thing of
Oh, true.
during.
It was almost just a fad of the 90s, and it almost just stayed there. And it almost just stayed there. Luckily, it had the biggest resurgence, and in fact, it's bigger
Yeah.
than it ever was.
Yeah.
Actually, probably not.
It was
probably-
on Canadian television, right? It wasn't on American television at first.
No, it was American television.
Was it? Okay.
It was shot in Canada with a main
Gosh, yeah.
Canadian cast.
Speaking of the cast,
Speaking
all
of-
their language barriers and just a boot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Curly bit.
Oh, I was hearing that. I could not pinpoint that accent for the life of me.
Canadian.
It's
Okay,
Canadian.
that makes.
I'll talk about Oscar later.
Let's get into the very, very first Goosebumps episode.
Okay.
To air in 1995.
Okay.
The Haunted Mask was the very first one.
Arguably the best. As
And
well.
I think it's the best episode.
Yeah.
Top 3 at least.
And people tuned the fuck in. 8 million households tuned in to watch a kids program.
When was that? When that aired?
95.
You said?
October 1995.
Damn. It's a good fucking audience for 1995.
That's what I'm saying. And this is by far my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's got to be. It got to be up there, top 3.
It is.
It's
I watch this every Halloween. It's one of those like every October watches for me.
I don't know what would be above it if there was anything for me, especially with my limited viewing of it.
I think only Slappy, just because it's the most nostalgic. But even in terms of
Slappy's my favorite character. But the values that are actually in the Haunted Mask are really sweet.
yeah.
And I mean, Carly Beth is such a lovable character, and the mask is fucking so fucking scary. Like, why was that on a kid show?
It is so fucking scary.
Yeah, show it off to the cameras here. Yeah, why was that in a kid show? Who signed off on that?
The other masks like in the back room were like low-key kind of grosser.
The
I'm not
super
gonna lie.
fucking
Like the Hellraiser looking
fat
one with the guys in the
butterball
mouth. I was
one.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's just straight up rotting away. The one with the teeth.
They were
just-
nasty, bro.
Yeah.
The gorilla mask.
With a real gorilla head.
gorilla hair.
That was a crazy line that he threw.
I'll give it to you for nothing.
Bro, speaking of, no, we're going to get into that because when she just tosses the money at it.
Oh yeah, okay, let's get into it. So, the Haunted Mask is based on Carly Beth Caldwell, and she is relentlessly bullied by her longtime foes Chuck and Steve until one day she decides to get even.
Oh, she gets even.
She gets fucking even, all right.
And she's scared of literally everything. Literally everything.
Yeah. So it opens up with Carly Beth and her longtime best friend Sabrina, and they are.
Sorry. I just remember the first 5 minutes of or the first
many
like
times
15.
she screams?
Yes. She is relentlessly just jump scared by everything.
I don't know how I would make it in this world if I was that chronically scared.
chronically scared.
It's just every
Carly Beth got the chronics.
yeah, every Jim, Bob, and Sally just walking around a corner, just oh fuck, sorry, I didn't see you there.
It's a little scary, girl. You're gonna pee your pants, little scary girl.
That basically covers the first 15 minutes of the movie. Honest to God, Carly Beth is scared of
Literally. Yeah.
everything, and she's known for it.
Yeah, and she's gonna be a duck for Halloween.
Even her best friend is like, Carly, you're literally scared of everything. Like, actually, she was kind of toasting her. She's like,
I don't like being afraid. Okay.
Sabrina's like, yeah, but you have to understand they're gonna keep doing it to you because you were actually scared of everything.
She basically said you're asking to be fucking.
Yeah,
scared.
literally.
Yeah,
Do you remember
Being
when they
that
put that dead
scareable.
octopus on me? Where did they get a dead octopus?
Okay. They also put worms
In her sandwich.
Her two bullies put worms in her sandwich, and that's
Yeah.
like borderline.
that's crazy. That's the most 90s.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a '90s prank. I'm sorry for anybody that like actually got bullied like that.
Dead octopus is pretty good.
That just is insane. They went to the aquarium for that prank.
Or when they pretended to be prowlers. What does that mean? What did they do to?
And then Sabrina,
they rob her?
Then Sabrina starts to laugh. Sabrina starts laughing at it too, and she's
Sabrina
like,
says, she says,
"Please."
I think Sabrina set her up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because then she immediately gets mad at Sabrina. And then she's like, I swear, I didn't have anything to do with this. And she goes, yeah, sure.
Wait, yeah, because they were bullying her in the graveyard, and then Sabrina's just standing there, and then she like gets angry at Sabrina, like, "You set me up." He's like, "No."
Yeah, they pop out on her. She drops to her knees. She's terrified.
He was none of that made sense, but you gotta just suspend your disbelief because nothing in Goosebumps makes sense.
Yeah.
But the fact that they followed them and then they were under all the dirt, just had time to bury themselves.
So what Aaron is referring to is they buried themselves in the dirt and put like pumpkins over their head.
Yeah.
And jumped out of the ground to scare her.
The craziest thing ever. And they pop up.
It's
clean.
not, dude. It's the least scary. Like it's the least craziest thing they've done. Dead
Yeah, I
octopus
guess.
is number one.
Yeah.
Then
They put that dead octopus on me.
Then she goes on like a weird tangent about I'll make them pay.
Yeah,
and
I've got the line. Maybe someday they'll know how it feels. Mm-hmm. What exposition, boys!
This episode is pretty scary. But what's scarier is not having access to your favorite Paramount horror films like Friday the 13th, A Quiet Place, and Scream. With Paramount Plus, you have access to a mountain of entertainment, groundbreaking originals, iconic movies, hilarious reality shows, game-winning sports, and so much more. It's all here on Paramount Plus. Plans start as low as $4.99. If you bundle with Showtime, you can save up to 28%. Click the link in the description below to sign up for a free trial.
Carly Beth goes home after being absolutely horrified by Chuck and Steve.
Yeah.
We then meet her mom, and her mom shows her that she's, made a plaster Paris head of her.
She's scared of her mom too.
She's scared of the head. She's scared
She walks in the door.
It moved. Mom's like, Carly,
Dad.
stop.
Must have been the trick of the light.
She says the head smiles at her, the
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah, but then as she walks away, that shit really
It does smile.
Yeah.
And the goofiest 90s green screen thing. Oh my god.
I love that she walked in and then her mom said hi. And she goes, ah! Oh, sorry.
Her mom scares her, her little brother scares her, the
No one's a
pumpkin
dick.
scares her,
Her little
everybody's
brother's a cock.
yeah.
I love him in the second one though. He has like 2 lines and they're both bangers in the second episode. We'll get to it.
So Carla Beth's like, why do you want something that looks like me? Her mom's like, because I love you.
So sweet.
Good exposition.
Yeah. Very nice.
Great
You have to
exposition.
remember that. You have to remember that.
We shortly find out that Carly Beth wants to be a duck for Halloween, so her mom handmade her a duck costume.
That's very nice.
But she wants to be scary this year.
Yeah.
Cute?
No.
Cute, bro?
No.
Fuck cute.
No.
I want to be scary.
This fucking year.
Not this year. I gotta get even. This is the year I
Be
get
scary.
even.
She wants to
I
be
gotta show her.
frightening. She wants to be worse than scary. She
So
wants
this is, that worm sandwich scene we were talking about.
Yep.
This is where it happens right here. She goes to school and she eats a worm.
Chuck and Steve put a worm in her tuna salad. She's eating some white on bread.
White bread.
I think it's turkey, but yeah, go off. It's just a slice of turkey.
And then
white bread
everybody
worm
starts
sandwich.
laughing at everybody. Could you imagine a world where like
I'd
somebody
go
just
home and cry too.
feed you bugs and everybody is like, ha ha ha. It's like, that's not funny. You just like, you hear the story of the guy that like licked a snail or something and then like literally almost died and
Yeah.
became like wheelchair bound for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he got paralyzed because it was like some
Because they
crazy
carry, because like
poisonous.
bugs,
Yeah.
they carry weird diseases. Attempted murder on a child.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Their hiding spot for that was great too. 3 feet to the left. They're like, go away. And they're like, okay. And then they just walk this way a little bit and they get on the picnic table and they're like, just staring at her.
yeah, that scene goes on for a little too long because she eats like half the sandwich.
She eats half the worm.
She takes way too many bites.
She goes home and cries.
Oh, yep.
And then
And then she decides, this is it. I want to buy a very scary Halloween mask. So she goes to this novelty shop. She walks in. The shopkeeper tells her it's closed. And she's like, just let me look. He's like, 5 minutes. And you see the fucking gorilla mask. With real gorilla hair. So nothing's really appealing to her, not even the real gorilla hair mask. And she stumbles upon the room requirements. The room of what is it, like 5 haunted masks?
yeah, it's like five or six. I don't know.
And her eye catches that one. That boy. I'd probably go for that boy too, out of all of them. So that's probably
All the other ones looked pretty uniform. Gross, but uniform.
Yeah, very gross.
And then that one was just like bright green.
yeah, that one's the one.
Let's describe it for the audio viewers. Or
It's
listeners.
green, very sharp teeth, sunken in cheek.
It's got
bones.
cauliflower ears, like it's an MMA fighter.
Look at the back. Turn it over. It's a skull.
Oh, I have never ever noticed that.
Isn't that badass?
That's very cool.
It's disgusting
Yeah.
Disgusting for audio viewers or listeners.
and really, really perfect to get Chuck and Steve.
So she's captivated by this mask because she knows this is the one that's gonna fucking get Chuck and Steve, bro. The shopkeeper comes in. He's like, please, like, these masks are not for sale, bro. Please, please, please.
Anything.
Like he pleads with her not to fucking touch the mask. And she's like, oh, but it's perfect.
Yeah. He's literally a grown man.
yeah,
Just
then
take her out.
Then he grabs her by the shoulder and like makes her confess to what she's trying to do.
And she's like, I just want to get even. He's like, oh, revenge. And he's like, you would take the mask. He's like, oh, wait, never mind. He then goes back to like saying he can't take the mask. Like you can't. And he's like, oh, I can't take responsibility. And right there's the first red flag, bro.
Yeah.
So Carly Beth decides to steal the fucking mask.
Yeah, she makes
Kinda.
She kind of pays for it.
Well, speaking of $30, that's I don't know. Inflation is crazy.
That was not $30. She straight up got a steal on that.
Yeah, she throws $32 at him.
He eats the mask and does a sick NBA crossplay, breaks his ankles, throws $30 at him, takes the mask, and out the door she goes.
Yep, so straight up. Straight up. So she goes home, she puts the mask on, and it changes her voice. Run the clip.
Bye-bye, Curly Beth. Bye-bye. Wow.
So my notes here.
Okay.
On Halloween night, Curly Beth goes goblin mode.
Sicko mode.
She goes sicko mode on Halloween.
Wait, what town are they from? Flint, Michigan? No. Goblin mode.
Goes goblin. She really does.
She really does. She like destroys Halloween.
What's the
whole holiday is destroyed.
Is that the third time she puts it on?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the second time because she takes it off once because the whole line is
she
like,
puts it
I've
back
only put it on once.
For Noah. She scares the shit out of her brother,
Oh, yeah.
takes it off, and
and
puts
then
it
puts it
back
on
on.
again.
So this
Okay.
is the third time she took
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So we're skipping all that because none of that really fucking matters.
Well, yeah, that's how it stays.
Yeah.
You have to put it on
She
3 times.
puts the mask on, goes trick-or-treating, meets Sabrina, who's a cat.
A rat cat.
A rat cat.
Something like that.
Some great
The
animal.
ugliest.
Which is a thing that keeps repeating is because everybody keeps calling her the wrong costume. And even in the second one, when she's a tiger, the guy's
Yeah.
like, oh, what are you, a cat?
Yeah. Said what she was supposed to be the year before.
So she goes goblin mode and just starts destroying shit, fucking harassing everyone she sees.
Literally just doing the
Babies,
stupidest
adults,
voice.
it doesn't matter.
Bro,
Pumpkins,
when she was at the
property.
door, and the little kid was like, I don't like that one. That one's scary. And then he leans down,
say to me.
leans down in his face and gets all in his face and goes, you better watch what you say to me. And then the mom goes, ew, why would you say that? You should be ashamed of yourself. And then she goes, you too. And then runs away.
grabs the fucking candy.
She grabs all the candy and runs away.
Carly Beth is
Does she throw it in the air or some shit?
Yeah, she just grabs it. And she goes, I'm going to call the police. And mom's like, for what?
Yeah.
Just terrorize your child. Just
terrorizing her children.
That is
She ends
so
up
funny.
finding Chuck and Steve in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she gives them the spook of their fucking life.
She goes in.
She goes in. She goes goblin mode.
She doesn't stop either.
So do you remember that plaster Paris head I was talking about earlier? She brings that out with her,
Yeah.
and she's using it as Carly Beth's head.
Puts it
Yeah.
on like a
She puts
steak.
it on like a steak, yeah. And she comes to Chuck and Steve, and she was like, "You should have been nicer to her. You should have treated her nice because this is what's gonna happen."
Then the
Yeah.
revelation of a lifetime is hit. We were only being mean because we like her. Classic.
That's no excuse. That's no excuse. You made people laugh at her. And then the fucking head. She's like, you need to apologize to this head. And then it goes,
Help me.
Literally.
Please.
Help me.
and then it fucking take off.
I love the implication that this new monster has cut Carly Beth's head off and is shaking it in their face.
Yeah.
That's so dark.
She really gets them. She really does get them.
Telling you,
though.
bro, they went home fucking scared.
I get why there's
She
8
got
million
it.
viewers.
She then drops the head and buries it in the dirt for some reason. She runs into Sabrina later, and they go back to her house, and they start counting their candy like the kids do. And Carly Beth's like, I think it's probably time I take the mask off. But there's no bottom to the mask. There's no line.
No line.
Carly Beth runs over to the mirror. She looks into the mirror, and she doesn't recognize her own eyes, which is really fucked up.
That's really scary.
That was actually really scary.
So horrible. And the way that the mask is like actually like,
Yeah.
it's a prosthetic piece now.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
It's all it's glistening because it's like
like
sweating.
Sweaty and shit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
the teeth look, they went from like latex to like real ass teeth. They did a great job with the special effects. So Carly Beth, I mean, the only idea she has is to run to the novelty shop, and she goes there. She meets up with the shopkeeper, and he explains to her that they're not masks, but they're real faces, and they weren't ugly in the beginning.
Why not?
Because it is not a mask. It is a real face.
I don't understand. How can they be real?
They weren't ugly in the beginning. They were beautiful. As beautiful as any face could be. But something went wrong. They changed. They became hideous. One after another, no matter what I did to stop the decay, no matter what I did, deformity set in. Ugliness. Monstrosity.
I don't believe any of this.
I call them the unloved ones. Because no one will ever love them now. No one. Only you, Carly Beth. You're the only one who ever wanted them. The only one who ever loved them.
No! No! I want it off! I want it off now! Take it off me! I hate this face! I hate this face! I hate it!
Carly Beth then begs him to get the mask off, and he says he can't, but there may be some time for you to get the mask off yourself with a symbol of love. As he says that, he kind of explains, no one's ever loved the masks except you, Carly Beth. And all the masks rise up, bro, and they start fucking chasing her ass.
Join us, Carly Beth.
Just like that. Carly Beth runs to the cemetery. She finds her symbol of love, which is the plaster parrot's head.
Mm-hmm.
The mask comes off. She goes home. She hugs her mom.
Yep.
Noah puts the fucking mask on.
Yep.
End of the fucking first episode.
Fantastic.
Great
Solid.
fucking episode.
Solid.
Man, what a good message.
Yeah, don't bully people or else you're going to see them.
Or else they're going to kill somebody, put their head on a stake, and grab that.
Absolutely scare the shit out of you.
Eat your ass in a graveyard.
That's my favorite Goosebumps episode.
I think it works really, really well as a Haunted Mask 1 and a Haunted Mask 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that collectively that's my favorite.
Like that with the sequel?
Yeah, Haunted Mask 1 and 2 are my favorite collection of stories.
I love the Haunted Mask design in the second one. I love that it's these.
I honestly I don't know what I like more, 1 or 2. Yeah,
Like the mask
2 is gross.
With the
2's
spiders.
It's
nasty.
like Wrong Turn.
Oh my god, it kind of does. Yeah.
Yeah, 2's super nasty. The 2 dangling teeth in it are nasty as fuck.
And the real ass
The spiders that crawl
on
over.
this.
That's
Yeah.
too scary for kids.
Speaking of,
man.
let's get into the Haunted Mask 2. Let's do it.
Hey everyone, today I'm here to talk to you about Skillshare. Skillshare is a platform where you can explore thousands of hands-on creative classes to better yourself in any area. These areas include TV, film, animation, creative writing, music, design, illustration, photography, anything you could think of. So whether you're here to just learn a new skill or learn how to start a small business, they have classes for everyone on Skillshare. Exclusive for our listeners, you can go on and you save 50% when you sign up for an annual plan. Make sure to click the link in our description below to sign up for your free trial and join Skillshare today. It really is one of the best places to learn any new skill. Sign up for Skillshare today.
So Carly, this is the next year, exactly a year after. Essentially, we're gonna fly through this because we don't have a lot of time.
Cool.
Chuck and Steve remember that mask from last year, and they want to know. Steve wants to know where the fuck she got it. So Carly's like, nah, that thing was evil. I'm not telling you. And she basically pleads them not to go seek it out. So one day at school, Chuck and Steve are sitting there, and a man in that mask runs past them, and they chase him. And they're like, "Mister, where'd you get that mask?" And he points to the novelty shop. They go in, and Steve picks out this fucking guy right here.
Yeah.
And that's his version of the Haunted Mask. Now, the reason that the Haunted Mask is alive and well and still breathing is because Halloween brought it back, and the mask decided to seek out the shopkeeper and attach itself to his face. So he's under the total control of the Haunted Mask. And the Haunted Mask, its goal for this movie is to get Carly Beth back. So, essentially, Steve puts the mask on 3 times. The Haunted Mask is... When I say the Haunted Mask, I'm referring to him, not him. This is Steve, that's the Haunted Mask.
Got it.
The Haunted Mask is telling him he needs to bring him the head of Carly Beth. Destroy it. That way, it can attach itself back to Carly Beth.
Yeah, because there's no symbol of love anymore.
Exactly. So, He does that. He destroys the mask. He destroys the plaster Paris head. The mask disconnects off of the shopkeeper and goes straight for Carly Beth. However, there's a new symbol of love, and it's that motherfucker Steve, baby. Which is really sweet.
It is sweet.
There's a lot of good scenes in this. Honestly, the whole plot.
Yeah.
There's not too much exposition like there was in the Haunted Mask one.
It's just the first one again with a different character.
Yeah, it's just the same thing.
Two
and then-
masks.
Yeah. I love when he gets it. I love that like the kids in this town pretend like a mask is like an eighth. And they just hide it for their parents like crazy. Like when his mom knocks on the door, he sweats. He starts sweating hard. He like hides it.
The dog's barking at it.
He
What's in the bag? My costume.
just my costume. I was gonna change over Steve's. He just or at fucking whatever the dude's. And then the best part, maybe the best part of the entire thing is when what's the other friend's name? Chuck. When Chuck walks up and he's in his outfit, and then they go, "What are you?" And he goes,
Who are you, Chuck? There's no Chuck.
I'm a tough guy. and they go, what?
He has to take out the fucking cotton balls. He goes, I'm a gangster.
I'm a gangster. I'm from movies. And they're like,
God, that shit made me laugh, bro. I thought of Aaron when I saw that.
Haunted Mask 2 is great.
Haunted Mask 2 is a good one. It's really good. I think I don't know if like I said, I don't know if what I like more.
Not better than
I
the
just
first one.
love that mask.
I love that the fact that it actually turned him into an older, like he was feeling
he
like the
got
fatigue. and like
Got the physical aspects.
yeah, and the fact that mask had like spiders like connected to it, like in its hair, within its skin, like that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Not suitable for kids. Not really
Aired
suitable
that
for
on
kids.
Fox Kids, baby.
Hell yeah.
On to my favorite villain, and what I'd assume is most people's favorite villain.
The poster boy.
He wasn't the poster boy
This
originally.
is the mask.
It was Curly, the skeleton.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Curly. Still on the
Slappy-
lunch boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slappy didn't really gain popularity until the TV show.
That makes sense. Having a ventriloquist dummy is not a big thing that kids are gonna be like, yeah, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It's like a slight disconnect from a 7-year-old to where like skeleton spooky.
Yeah.
Like they get that more. So I could understand before it gets actually seen.
So this is one of my favorite episodes because Slappy goes goblin mode on this family. Night of the Living Dummy 2. It opens up with a family talent show, gives us a little exposition. These families, they're very, what's the word? White.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic.
I mean,
descriptor.
what other family does a family talent show every night after work?
Could not believe that shit.
Older sister Sarah's an artist, very, very talented artist, actually.
Apparently.
Jed is a fucking dick.
Jed's just an idiot. Yeah.
And Amy is a struggling ventriloquist. She's got this dummy Dennis, and he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He breaks mid fucking show.
Yeah.
She goes, this is so embarrassing.
You said you'd give me a new one. So I did. Check behind the couch. Slappy. Slappy's behind the couch.
Yeah.
He finds the fucking business card, reads the words. Fuck it. I'll throw in a clip.
Caru, Mary, Donna, Roma, Molyneux, Carano? Sounds like a foreign language or something.
It probably means it takes a dummy to want a dummy.
You and I are gonna make a great team. I just know it.
I love the hit piece that the brother puts out initially. The first thing he does is this weird MTV style hit piece on everybody.
Yeah, with his
and it's
mom.
here's mom sticking to her diet, and then it just
Dad's
shows her,
putting a toupee on.
and then the mom digging.
This is what Sarah does in the bathroom.
Yeah, Sarah's getting dressed up to be a hoe, and your sister is just wearing a sweater. That's literally it.
And that was the line.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that shit was funny, bro. The dad was laughing, and then it hit him, and he was like, "Oh, bro, that's not funny anymore." Now that it's about me.
So cut to later in the night. Amy's practicing with Slappy, and she's like, "Hey," she's like trying to do a little show with him. She's like, "Hey, Slappy, welcome to the new family. It's Slappy, happy to have you here." And he fucking just starts talking back like, "You got that right, kiddo." And Sarah comes in and just interrupts.
Yeah.
And Amy just doesn't think anything of it. So Amy's like, "Hey, listen, if you're gonna borrow something, at least fucking ask. And she's like, all right, go to bed. And he was like, I don't have to. And then Slappy's like, yeah, we don't have to.
She's like, that was weird.
Yeah,
That's all
that's what she's just like, oh, well, you a dummy. Gotta break him in, I guess. Yeah.
That was really good. I did really good there. Holy crap. I'm surprised myself.
So she puts down. This is so fucking funny to me. She puts Slappy next to Dennis, and then a second later, you just hear boom, and Dennis is on the ground. So later in the night, Slappy gets up. He walks to Amy's room and fucks up that painting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It just draws a little family on the bottom of it
with red paint.
Yeah.
So the next morning, Amy wakes up, Amy wakes up. She hears Sarah screaming. She goes in. She sees the fucking destroyed painting. She gets blamed. She goes into her room to get ready for school, and Slappy's got red paint on his hands. Spooky. Cut to the next family talent show. Dad sings "If You're Happy to Know It" on guitar.
The 1998 incident.
The incident of 1997.
The family talent show incident.
No, it would have been 95. I think this was season 1.
This part was so funny.
And then up next is Amy and her new pal Slappy. In fact, I'm going to have to put a clip in because I don't think I can do justice talking about this scene.
Of just the whole roast. Okay, yeah. Let's just run that.
So, Slappy, how do you like being part of the Kramer family so far?
It's fantastic, but then my last family was a pine tree.
So, what did you think of Dad's song?
That was your dad? Well, what a relief. I thought the cat got stuck in the dishwasher.
Amy, that's not very nice.
Slappy.
And how about that mother of yours? She went to a store and asked the clerk if he had anything her size, and he told her to try the freight elevator.
Me? But it's not me, it's him.
All right, the dummy made me do it.
I wouldn't laugh. You're such a booger brain. You tried to grow an eggplant by burying a chicken.
Hey, cut it out.
Yeah, cut it out.
You call yourself an artist? Why don't you give up brushes and try using a roller?
Is this supposed to be funny? No, I can't stop him. Help me get him off.
Easy on the threads.
Oh, I can.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
Kids, come on.
Jesus Christ. He really came for the mom's weight.
That freight train line was
The mom's
crazy.
not even fat.
She's rather good looking.
Yeah.
Very fit looking.
You go up to the clerk and ask for something in your
Chorsey,
size.
because you were not going to see the clip until later. Slappy goes rogue during this talent show, and you know the line.
It goes, your mother went to the store and asked for something in her size. Asked the clerk for something in her size, and he said, "Why don't you try the freight elevator?" I slaughtered the line, but the way he said it, bro, is so funny.
Oh my god.
And he comes after the dad for what?
Oh,
because
that was your dad? I thought the family cat got loose.
Yeah,
Or something
sucks
like,
at
I thought the family cat was in the dishwasher. That's what it was. And then he goes, "Oh, that wasn't very nice."
Then he calls her sister a bad artist and the little brother just an idiot. Just an idiot.
Oh,
Kind of with the classic microchip line.
dude! Honest to God, that first roast, the freight chain, that freight
Elevator.
the freight elevator. Jesus Christ!
That was a good fucking line.
I wouldn't be able to come back from that.
And the dad's just like, Amy, that's not nice.
So he slams Slappy into his box, and she's like, "What the fuck are you, dude?" So she locks him away for eternity. Later in the there's got to be a time jump here. Amy's friend Margot comes over, and they're decorating some signs for the
dance
Save
or
the
something,
Rainforest
yeah.
dance.
Yep.
And Margot has a little sister she has to babysit. She snoops around. She finds Slappy. Slappy goes goblin mode. Again.
This time physically instead of
Tells Margot, you can forget about your date, bro. He thinks you look like a can of worms. Like, Jesus, that's such an 90s fucking...
Yeah. Little worm
Worms seems to be
content.
the running theme in all of these Goosebumps stories.
And then he just grabs Alicia's fucking finger and squeezes, and she's screaming, and then Mom comes home, and Margot's like, "You're fucking crazy. I'm out of here."
Dips.
So then later, they sit down with the family. It's like an intervention. They're like, "Hey, Amy, you need fucking
help.
therapy."
Oh yeah, you literally need a therapist.
Yeah, like a total head shrinker.
Like,
Yeah, that's it. She goes, if you actually think it's Slappy, maybe we should call someone.
and she's like, "What? Like a doctor?"
So then night falls, and shit's crazy, bro. Slappy's about to kill the
Literally
dad.
about to murder the family. He goes from just like small little innocent pranks to holding a guitar over their parents' head and smashing over their heads.
Yeah.
Luckily, Amy sees it and stops it and breaks the guitar. They wake up and they're like, "Oh my god, Amy, stop! Stop!
Please.
You're tearing the family apart.
So then they have a talk later in the morning, and they're like, we don't know what to do with you, dude. Like, you're fucking losing it.
Yeah.
So when you're ready to talk about Slappy and what the fuck is really going on, you let us know.
Yeah.
So Amy walks to school and she throws Slappy in the sewer. Like, I'm tired of this shit, bro. What does he say? I can't remember. I just remember him going, ah! Oh no, what are you doing, kid? Something like that. And he says something funny, and then you just hear him scream all the way down. He does the same thing in Night of the Little Dummy 3 when they throw him down the well.
Yeah.
So night falls. It cuts to Amy and Sarah. Sarah's doing dishes. Amy's doing dishes. Sarah's mopping, and they see dirty footprints going all over the house. They lead it into Amy's room.
It's the same room, but yeah. They share a room.
They share a room? I thought Slappy had to go down the hallway. No, you're thinking of Trina and not Trina. Jillian and Katie. They share a room.
Yes, I am. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, because they have like the fucking that weird
the dual beds.
Yeah, the dual beds.
Slappy, fucking. You know what? I'm gonna show this clip because it is fucking scary. When he fucking crawls out under the bed.
Oh yeah.
Guess who?
Keep away from me.
We're partners, Amy, remember? Wasn't very nice of you to dump me in the sewer like that.
What do you want?
Don't you get it yet? You can't get rid of me.
What are you talking about?
Don't you remember, Amy? You spoke the words. Peru, Marie, Odana Loma.
Molyneux Carano?
You and I are one now. Inseparable. You are my slave.
No, I'm not gonna be your slave. You can't make me.
I can make you do anything I want. You have no choice. Your whole family thinks you're crazy. I've seen to that. They'll lock you up. Maybe they'll let you see them on visiting days.
No!
Whoa! Amy, I can hurt you and your family in 100 ways.
No, I won't let you. Amy. Sarah, he's
Hey, Sarah. Wanna play?
So after all that shit goes down, and he reveals himself to Sarah, he chases them through the house. He then ends up on the lights go out too. I don't know what the fuck he did, but the lights go out.
Yeah.
And he ends up on top of the chandelier, and he starts roasting them up there. They're like trying to swing a fucking mop at him, and he goes, "I've seen better swings on playgrounds." And he jumps down and goes fucking missing, and then he goes goblin mode again. He grabs Amy's foot, and she falls over, and he gets on top. And he's like, now you're mine, Amy, you're mine. And he's like, your whole family's mine.
About to murk her.
I am going to make you all my slaves. And then he gets fucking tackled.
Out of nowhere.
Absolutely bodied out of nowhere. And they're like, oh my God, Jed, thank you. And then the parents come home. And Sarah runs up to them. She's like, yep, Amy was right. Slappy was alive. And then Jed walks out. He's like, what's going on, guys? What's happening? If you didn't tackle Slappy, then who did? It's fucking Dennis.
He's Goofy standing T-pose on the table.
What is his voice?
Hey, he sounds like Goofy.
Back in the family.
It's the Goofy voice actor. Oh.
And that's how Night of the Living Dummy 2 ends.
Classic. Then there's more. There's the bride of but we're not going to get into that episode.
Jesus, bro, my head's hurting from laughing, bro.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 for this. I don't know when, but we're gonna have to. There are just too many episodes we have to cover.
Yeah.
But that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed us talking about, what was it, 4 episodes of Goosebumps?
Yeah, for
Four
sure.
bangers. 4 bangers.
Some of the
Yeah,
best.
and if you guys want to see a part 2 to this, please let us know. We'll bring Aaron back and we'll do this again.
Yes,
This has
and
been
if you are a
super fun
Goosebumps fan and you are watching this, drop suggestions.
Oh, yeah,
Give
drop episodes.
us episodes to watch, and we will cover them.
Yeah, or the movie.
Yeah,
do the
we'll do the
movie too.
movies. I mean, we'll do the books.
Oh God.
We are R.L. Stein experts. Mark and I are literally dressed up as him at the wax museum in like elementary school.
Yeah, you know that wax museum project you had to do where you dress like someone and had.
I didn't do that, but I know what it was.
Both R.L. Stein.
Just wear glasses, a suit, and put a mole on her forehead.
Yep.
Where I went, there was no budget for things like that. That was deep inner city school.
Right on.
All right, well, yeah, that's gonna be it for it today.
We will see you next week for a very, very special episode.
Oh, yeah.
The very first Creep It 100 ceremony.
Yep. We'll see you next week for that. Thanks for listening, guys, or watching. Have a great day.
Thanks for consuming.
Thanks. For
Take it easy.
Thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Creep It 100.
If you like this week's episode, please feel free to rate, review, like, and subscribe to our show. These actions help the show get discovered, and they let us know how you feel. You may even get a special shout out on an upcoming episode. For the most up-to-date information, visit our website at creepit100pod.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter, play back any of our previous episodes, check out our community events calendar, and more. You can also follow us on our social media pages, including TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at creepit100pod. We also want to say thank you so much to all of our donors and sponsors who helped make this season possible. Because of your contributions, we were able to improve the production value of our show by purchasing new equipment. Your donations also let us continue with our production. And for that, we're extremely grateful. If you are looking for even more creepy content, including behind-the-scenes footage, bonus episodes, and live recording sessions, you can join our premium Discord server. For as low as $5 a month, you can unlock exclusives you won't be able to find anywhere else and support the show while doing so. Check out our membership tiers and benefits at creepit100pod.com/discord. Join us every Monday for new episodes, and don't forget to creep it 100.